Welcome to Winning Wall Street's Money. Help support my channel. We need to get to 1,000 subscribers pretty much as soon as possible. So then I go live streaming because YouTube policy, they won't let me go live until I have 1,000 subscribers. Thank you to all the folks out there that have subscribed to my YouTube channel. If you have not yet, please take this moment now with helping me. Click subscribe. Next, click the bell. And next, click all. This helps you receive a notification when I post my next videos. Plus, click the thumbs up button and every time you watch my videos. If you got value from this video, if this was helpful, then please consider sharing a small monetary donation to my channel by going below and clicking on either my Patreon or PayPal links. If you join my Patreon page, then you'll get early access to these videos 24 hours before they're posted on the YouTube and lots more. If you prefer just leaving a small tip, click on PayPal. Either way, then you get that warm sense of satisfaction years down the line knowing that you helped me become a successful YouTuber.
Saturday, April 9th, 11:12 a.m. New York time. Currencies. Looking first at the US dollar index. The time frames would be the weekly, meaning each candle represents a week. Yep, we just completed another full week. Coming into next week, if you don't know, there's a United States holiday on Friday. So Wall Street shut down. The equity market is. And the US currency market is. So expect lighter volume for most financial instruments if they trade on your indexes in relationship to the United States. And you might even see lighter activity on Thursday because maybe some people won't come back in the afternoon to trade on Thursday because they're leaving the office early, even though their office might be from home. Yep. So it will not be a full week next week in the markets. Okay, back here looking at the US dollar. For the week, it closed green. That's bullish. Made a higher high, higher low. That's bullish. What do I mean by higher high, higher low? Well, the prior week, here was the high. So it made a higher high for this week. The prior week low is there. So the current week low is there. So when you hear me say higher high, higher low, that's what I mean. Comment below if you understand me now. Thank you. That's the end. No, let's continue. We also had a consolidation here. Demand's on the bottom, that gray horizontal line and the gray horizontal line on top. It broke above it, closed above it, strong. Staircase pattern. Yep, staircase pattern. Like this, staircase pattern, broke down. Staircase pattern, lower low, going higher. We tested 100, rejected it, did not close at or above it. But look, we had a warning that would occur. See this red area? That's a supply zone where prior sellers were before. So if you've been following me for a good amount of time, you are aware of this. You're not surprised of this. You would not have been buying up here. Somebody bought up here. That's why there was price action. Buying at the highs. Where do you think they got their education from? Not the smartest decision. So here is a prior consolidation. And the top of this consolidation was a supply zone where sellers were, and it broke down. So I did a top down and labeled it across. Good charting skills. Let me give myself a pat on the back. Good job out of you. Thank you very much. Yep. So one would expect we're going to break above here at some point in time. We might continue the trend up, or we may do a retracement, more consolidation and break up. Potential going up to these highs. Yep. That's good for the US dollar holders. If you're holding US dollars and you're buying products from abroad, because stronger US dollar means you have more buying power to buying products cheaper from abroad. In the reverse effect, it means the US domestic products are more expensive for outside the country for people to buy. And that might reduce the product demand from our products. Yep. And, you know, potentially you can reduce sales, jobs, working hours. Yeah, has a side effect. Everything. Yep. Typically, again, as I mentioned, US raised interest rates. strengthens the US dollars. Now you know much more than your overpriced classes at university for economics, finance, and the public school systems, for a majority of them, don't teach you what I just shared with you. And that's all done by choice, because adults, not just parents, adults decide what policies are set. So who to blame? The adults that remain silent or create policies against what's best for you and me. Let's look at the Bitcoin now, the most popular traded cryptocurrency. Yeah, it's an investment tool. Majority of it's not used for purchases. Okay. So this is a prior setup. See this blue lines? They were a wedge, and inside it was a coil. Here, if you check out my past videos, I showed that was a stop hunt, also reversal, bearish pin bar, but I labeled that swing high in the past before. And I said if it breaks above that, that'd be the buying opportunity. 2 weeks ago, we broke above it. I think it was like a Saturday or Sunday maybe. And that was a buying opportunity to buy it for a fast trade, not investing, buying it. It went up, you would have made nice returns and taken profits at a good amount. I don't mean making profits at double the amount you're buying. No, good money management. Yeah. Now, if you're investing it, buying and holding it, well, you overpaid for it and now it's below. So you're in a losing position. Loser, that's not the way to do it. No. This product is not the best product for investing. This product's better for trading. Better investing is good real estate that produces monthly income. Got it? Yeah. So we had a huge impulse move down there last month of the year. The first month of this year, huge impulse move. So that's what we all did. We did had a major retracement, made a new high for the year. We took out that, and that new high was not sustainable. Already sold off huge, took out the low of last week. Yeah. Yep. So down here, we had a low, higher low. So again, we had acceleration. So looking for a pullback and looking for something like this to occur. And that's where I'll be buying. I'm not going to be the sucker buying up here, which somebody is. Again, alone, they're not the being influenced. Anyway, come back to what's influencing them to bring buying up here. Yeah, where do they get their education? What's influencing them? Not good. Okay, let's go on to the next financial instruments. So the US dollar index, the top three major currencies in there. The first is the euro, followed second by the yen, third by the British pound. So let's go over those. We'll look at them in the futures market. Yeah, currencies also trade in the futures market, not just in the Forex market. Excuse me. I apologize. So since I mentioned the largest trading currency in the US dollar index is the euro, we'll start looking at the euro. So as this declines here, this is the euro in the futures market. Futures markets all start with a / currencies in the future market all start with a 6. And then the letter represents the currency. Got it? / 6E is the euro. So as this declines, it's getting weaker and the US dollar is getting stronger. And that's one reason why the US dollar is so strong, because the majority heavy-weighted currency inside the US dollar is the euro. So look at this now. We're in a big consolidation here. The first few months of this year were a huge trading range. Huge. And then we broke down there, made a new consolidation. So for the current week, yep, red, lower low, lower high. And interesting, we had that small tail there, buyer stepping in. This green candle, because it was inside this consolidation, and that kind of candle, bearish pin bar, and it occurred in this consolidation, which I'm calling a stop hunt. Yeah, it faked out a bunch of people. They thought the reverse trend was going to take off, go to the moon. And they were wrong. And either they closed their positions for some minor loss, or a bunch of new traders came in and traded bearish. Either way, that's what's occurring. And then look what happened. The follow through went lower. Trade signals. Good job. Yeah. So one would expect we had this candle and this low with a little till. Look for a potential reversal here. Again, that reversal may not be sustainable because the overall trend is down, but there's opportunities here because if you're bearish and if you miss getting in here or here on the top, well, look for that retracement and then look for that trigger to enter short or vice versa if you're bullish. But massive here. Let's label that. Supply zone here. Supply zone of sellers. Because you have these bodies, top of these bodies, and top of them are wicks. So again, demand zone, sorry, supply zone sellers up here. I'm not surprised that this sold off. That was a good indicator right there. Yeah. Okay, second largest currency in the US dollar is the Japanese yen. Huge decline this year, massive sell-off. The Central Bank of Japan or some economic department in Japan did say they don't want the Japanese yen to go any lower. They're going to take actions. That action may be to raise interest rates, which strengthen their currency. But right now, this decline is in favor, giving US dollar strength as this declines. Interesting. For the week, inside candle, solid body equivalent red. But that last week was bullish pin bar, inside candle. So now we're building consolidation and we may have a potential reversal. We'll see what happens if we break out above here, the inside candle. We may have a reversal, may go midpoint. So potential trade out there, breaking out a reversal, entry, and target price up to there. Or again, good money management, you can scale out of it earlier. And vice versa, the same thing. Break out below, break below that, swing low. Look for new shorts to enter. Yeah, you don't have to just trade the currencies in the futures market or the Forex market. You can trade these currencies also in the equity market. There's stock ETFs for them. The problem is majority of them have bad liquidity. Not all, but some. Join my Patreon page. I'll tell you which one are the best ones. British pound, again, the third largest currency, US dollar, hits down. Red for the week, lower, lower, lower high, broke below the consolidation. And then look at that little tail coming up. So now we have a demand zone here, minor demand zone. Yep, same thing, like a bearish pin bar like consolidation. It's struggling. Okay, let's go straight into the three currency pairs. First, we'll look at those in the euro. We already spoke to the euro, US dollar, the euro, yen, safe haven currencies. Do you know what they are? The three safe haven currencies. One is the US dollar, one is Japanese yen, one is Swiss franc. Okay, we said the euro was super weak against the US dollar. We said the yen was super weak against the US dollar. Now we're looking at Forex pair, euro, yen. Forex pairs have 6 letters. 3 letters represents the currency. Euro, followed by yen, and then forward slash in the middle. So as this goes up, it gives strength to the euro and weaker to the yen. So again, the euro is stronger than yen. And look at that inside candle. Potential reversal here, just like I showed you in the futures market. Interesting. Euro pound. So as this declines, it's giving strength to the pound. Well, here's the low for the year. Down here. Here's the high for the year. So pretty much in that consolidation. In current week, yeah, red. So down here, we have a demand zone of buyers. Potential reversal here. And if it reverse, that'd be going strong for the euro, weaker pound. Again, there's a war in Europe. There's a lot of problems occurring. So both these countries, these currencies are in Europe. Risk, very risk to be on the bullish either side. For our investing, trading, different approach. Euro, Canadian dollar, yeah, CAD. So declining prices here, giving strength to the Canadian dollar, not surprised. Canada's a rich country in commodities. So they export commodities. They're making their currency stronger. Yep, red, lower, 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 high. Again, giving strength to the Canadian dollar against the euro. Euro, Swiss franc. What did I say Swiss franc was? I said it's one of the safe haven currencies. Again, it's in Europe. Risk. Both of these are in Europe. Very risky. So lower, low, lower, high. Euro getting weak against Swiss franc. Small trading range. Euro, Australia. Well, two different sides of the planet. Australia, country heavily in commodities. So when commodities get more expensive, demand, Australia currency gets stronger. That's the same with New Zealand, same with Canada. So declining prices here in favor of Australian dollar. We have here a bullish pin bar, broke below this consolidation. So this may come out to be a stop hunt. We'll see what happens. Yeah, potential reversal, potential buying points here. And for a trigger, look for a potential retest up in this area. It's got this hurdle to get through. Okay, that was the euros. Let's go to the yen. What's yen? Yen is the second largest currency, US dollar. We already spoke about that. Already did that one. There we go. British pound yen. Well, as this price goes higher here, that's good for the pound, bad for the yen. I already said again, the yen was weak against the US dollar. Inside candle, not a surprise. We're seeing this inside candle on the yen on several pairs. Yeah, look at that big reversal up here. Very interesting again. So looking for more more weakness here. Potential, some policy Japan's going to do in bits and pieces, but you can stay attuned to that. And that policy may make a reversal, giving yen strength. Again, there's plenty, if you don't speak Japanese, if you don't read Japanese, there's plenty of other English publications outside the United States, outside of Europe, that you can read, even in Japan, that lets you know what's going on in the policies. I highly recommend you read publications from outside your own country, or compare them with English papers in Japan, economics, good ones, not ones that are heavily political. I already 2, 3, or 5 of them in Japan from different family-owned newspapers in that country, because some are left, some are right, and see what they're saying they expect to happen. And then you have a better insight than big corporate media in the United States and Europe. But again, potential policies setting up here for this to reverse. Yep, make money on the other side. Canadian dollar, Japanese yen. As this price rises, that's stronger Canadian dollar. Same thing, inside candle. Interesting, very little US media is talking about actions, policies going on in Japan. Very little US politicians on the left and right, and even those knuckleheads that are extreme wackos that people vote for in Congress, even not talking about this. So either they don't know or they choose to remain silent, because certain policies Japan is apparently in the process of doing could affect much more inflation worldwide. Yeah. I'm not going to go much in detail like that. You do the research and understand why. Two safe haven currencies, Swiss franc, Japanese yen, same thing. Inside candle, small trading range. Again, they're getting tired. As they're getting tired up here, they're going to take a relax before reversals. But set up, it looks like it again. Aussie, Japanese yen. Wow, another inside candle, huge tail. It'd be interesting too if one more time these things pop higher, fake out a bunch of new people to buy on the upside, and then have a fast reversal. Fast reversal. Get a bunch of people trapped like rats. Like this red candle, huge trading range. People were buying up here. Somebody got stuck on the top. Somebody got stuck in there. Don't know if they finally closed a position. Again, they were wrong, and it reversed, because during that week, that's when some policies might have been spoken about from Japan. Yep. Okay, Australia, we did that one. And we did that one. Let's go on to the last currency for the day here to talk about the British pound. Understand, Great Britain is a member of NATO. Great Britain used to be a member of the EU. They're no longer. And that was a choice by policy. That's by choice of the registered voters in that country. Remember, not everybody voted there. Some people voted against it, but they left the EU. It had a negative effect on them. And it'll be a negative effect for a few more years. We'll find out if the leadership's going to change policy. So we already spoke about the pound US dollar, pound yen, pound euro. So we go pound Canadian dollar, prices are declining here. That means the pound is getting weaker, Canadian dollar is getting stronger. It makes sense. It makes extra sense here again. Why? Because Canada's commodity-based country giving them strength, and also the war in Europe is hurting the value of the British pound. Think about it. If you live in Europe, or live outside of Europe, would you want to be invested in European currencies during this war? Would you be more comfortable be invested in currencies, Canadian dollar, Australian dollar, US dollar? So just geopolitical reasons. British pound, Swiss franc, again, safe haven currencies, inside candle, very interesting. Yeah, huge consolidation. Last 2 weeks ago was the all-time low for the year. And now we got the inside candle, potential reversal here. Oop, I forgot to show you the 3 years. I wanted to do that. Well, here, this level was a key resistance and support area for many years. And now we're at that level. Pound, Australian dollar, also huge sell-off. And now we got this bullish pin bar, extreme tail length. Look at that going down here. So potential reversal. So it could be a fast day trade to the upside or a swing trade. See what happens if that's reversal, but that's also. So you think this is a reversal because some event, an event could be positive, negative event by the Australian government or against them. But if this reverses and goes higher, that'd be strength for the British pound. You think that's some policy UK is going to be doing, or some policy Australia is not doing, or it's just as oversold to go back? No. Again, typically when price action moves in any financial instrument, it's some binary event. It could be earnings, it could be an earthquake, a natural disaster, it could be wars, policies. Yeah. So again, you may want to investigate what's going on in Australia that might be changing their policy, or geopolitical worldwide. But look at, again, I would recommend you look at New Zealand, Australia, Canada, those commodity-based countries that are similar to Australia, and see what their candles look like too against the British pound. I just showed you some of them, and see if they're having the same effect up to give you an early warning.